practice with classifying and triangle sum theorems. So if we take a look at problem number 1 on page 7, classify each triangle by its angles and sides. Well, if we look at the angles, we've got 73 degrees, 73 degrees, and 34 degrees. That means we're working with an acute triangle. And then we also have a tick mark here and a tick mark here, 2 tick marks there. And that means that we're working with an isosceles triangle. If we look at problem number 2, classifying it by its angle, we see this box in the triangle, which means that we're working with a right triangle. And then on side lengths, with respect to side lengths, we've got 6, we've got 14.4 and 15.6. None of those lengths are the same length or anything, so what we can say is that these are scalene. This is a scalene triangle. Problem number 3, classifying it by its angle. This angle is 127 degrees, which is obtuse. And then, like problem number 2, we've got a length of 7 for the side, 10, and for 18. And again, we can call that scalene. Problem number 4, check with your geometry teacher, but if we start with the angles, 3 congruent angles, that's going to be equal angular. And then with regard to sides, we do have 3 congruent sides, so equilateral. But the reason why I say check with your geometry teacher is because technically the definition of isosceles triangle is that you have at least 2 congruent sides. So I think that you could also say that this is isosceles. I think the intention, because we do have 3 congruent sides, is that we are looking at equilateral, but I just want you to be aware of the isosceles idea. Problem number 5, based on angle, we have a right angle in here, so it's right, and then we've got 34, 34, and 48. Well, that means this length and this length are the same. So here's at least 2 congruent sides. So this is definitely the isosceles. Problem number 6, 74, 65, and 41 are all acute triangles, or sorry, acute angles. And then in terms of our lengths there, 20, 17, and 22, we'll call that scalene. Problem number 7, we have 60 for each of our angles, so we're going to say equal angular. And then we have 3 congruent sides, so equal lateral. And finally here on problem number 8, 118 degrees is an obtuse angle. And then we've got a side length with 15, another side length with 15, and then the 24. We have at least 2 congruent sides, so we can call this isosceles.